Now, we have well and truly had a brilliant summer here in the UK, and I've got to be honest, it's been a little bit too hot to sew. I've definitely noticed my sewing pace is slowing down, but I have been really good and I have been slowly working my way through my existing fabric stash over the last few months. And as a result, I started getting a few gaps, which means you and I get to sit down together and enjoy the reward. Yep, it's been a while since I've done a fabric haul, so I thought you might like to see exactly what I'm topping my stash up with. And welcome back to my channel. My name is Kate and this is Ripper Seams. Well, that's right, I have been fabric shopping the last few weeks and I've just been bombarded with a whole heap of fabric deliveries. I've been in absolute heaven every time the doorbell rings. But that's okay because I have actually been really good the last few months. I've hardly bought any fabric at all. I've been working my way through my extensive fabric stash and I've started to get a few gaps. Also, I had a couple of gift vouchers to spend, which I wanted to make sure I made good use of. Kind of wanted to cash those in before I actually forgot about them and they expired. So yeah, that's why I have quite a bit of fabric to show you today. And I'll be sharing with you my plans on what I'm going to do with that fabric, where I have actual plans, because to be honest, I bought some of this fabric because it was pretty. So in this fabric haul, I have some lovely fabrics from India. I have some from Godmother. I've got rainbow fabrics. I've got fabric Godmother. Oh, and I have a Liberty. I'll leave the Liberty one for last because it is my all-time favorite fabric, which absolutely delicious. I do have plans for it. But yeah, that one is a super special one and definitely one I bought with a gift voucher. I'll leave that to the end. But I also got a few other little bits and pieces from some other places as well. So let's go take a look. So first up, I'm going to call out this lovely little pile of quilting cottons here. I recently took some time away and I went off into the Cotswolds with my family. We stayed a few nights in Stratford-on-Avon and in Warwick as well. We stayed at Warwick Castle, had an absolutely wonderful time away, and of course, I went looking for fabric. In Warwick High Street, just around the corner from the castle, is a lovely quilting shop called the Quilters Den. So if you are popping up to work to go to the castle, do take a little bit of time to pop into the Quilters Den. They have a lovely selection of fabric in there and the staff were absolutely lovely. So first up, I got a lovely set of coordinating quilting cottons. I've got 4 of these and they're ½ meter each, but I've been meaning to make some coasters and some placemats for the kitchen for some time now. Just couldn't find the right fabrics, but when I saw these all together, physically in person, it was a lot easier to make my decision. So these are a lovely kind of Japanese style print. We've got some lovely koi fish on there and some sakura flowers. Just some really nice subtle grey tones with some pink and some gold in there. Just a really nice collection of fabrics. And the next two I just couldn't go past because I am a huge sucker for stars. So yeah, some more Lewis and Irene. This is a lovely fat quarter here with this very deep blue and black background, kind of like a swirly cloud, but these lovely bright gold stars on there, just really pretty and dainty. No idea what I'm going to use for this. I'm sure I'll find a plan. It's going into my quilting cotton stash, but I bought it because it was pretty and that's okay. And we're lucky that they only had a fat quarter of this because in the slightly larger scale, I got a whole entire 1.5 meters of more stars. That's right. So for this one, the clouds are a lot larger. As you can see, we've got those scattered stars through there. Just a really pretty fabric. I did buy what was left on the bolt because I love this fabric. I want to use it somewhere. I do really want to turn this into an apparel item. However, I am quite conscious that there is a metallic print on that. So whilst it's pretty now with the gold, in 10, 15, 20 washes time, that's going to be greatly reduced. I do have a need to make some really nice padded baskets, so I think that will be the fate of this beautiful starry cloudy fabric. Also from Lewis and Irene. I might have to look them up. I might have to get coordinating fabrics if I'm going to go down that route. So yeah, if you're in the Warwick area, definitely go and check out the Quilters Den. Some really lovely fabrics in there. Like I said, shout out to our independent fabric retailers. Very special. Definitely go take a visit. Now this next lot of fabrics is a fun one because a few of the sewers from the Southern Social got together and decided to do like a group order from Sanskruti Fabrics. So Sanskruti is an online fabric retailer based in India and they sell all manner of 100% cotton fabrics. Loads and loads of beautiful block prints. Such a wonderful choice. They're uploading new fabrics constantly. And yeah, it was a really hard call, and ultimately I did put in a few of my own fabric choices into the group order. So first up are these cheeky lazy leopards. I mean, like, look at these guys. How cute are they? So this is 100% cotton and is a hand block print. We've got this really lovely light pink peachy background on there. All the leopards in there are in a much darker pinky red, and obviously we've got the black outline print as well. I saw this print and I just couldn't go past it. I think it's absolutely adorable, and I just love the colorway as well. I thought this was very unique. I haven't seen it anywhere else, and I couldn't resist. So I've got 3 meters of this fabric. It is the shorter width fabric, so it is 114 centimeters wide, but I've got 3 meters of it, so that should get me either a decent dress out of there, although I must admit, when this turned up at my house, my daughter instantly bags it and said she would really like something. So I don't actually have a specific pattern in mind for this one. So I'm just going to sit with it. It will tell me what it wants to be. It's either going to be something for myself or my daughter. I did buy it for myself, so yeah, let's see who wins in getting this fabric. But I highly likely will not make anything out of this until next summer. So I'm just going to keep this here. I just know with Sanskruti, if you don't see the print, you may not get it again. So yeah, I've got myself 3 meters of this lovely leopard print. Now, keeping with the big cat theme, the next one is quite cute. We have tigers. Now again, this is a really nice lightweight cotton. The actual cotton itself is really, really lovely and soft. Same with the actual leopards as well. This one here, I'll probably say it's more of a voile lace. It's definitely lighter than poplin, not as fine as lawn, but just a really, really lovely floaty Indian cotton. These tigers are absolutely gorgeous. I mean, like, look at them. Lovely golden tigers with a little bit of tan and the black on there, obviously on this slightly off-white background. Absolutely gorgeous. And yeah, I've got 4 meters of this one. This one again is that 114 centimeter width. Now I did buy this 4 meters with a plan, a rough plan, but a plan nonetheless. I'm going to make myself some pajamas. Now I've got 3 possible patterns in mind at the moment. The first one is Simplicity 3143. This one just really caught my eye because I do like the long length at the top and the fact that that front panel kind of ties off at the side, so you've got that flat front. Just a really, really nice, slightly tailored look to these pajamas. I just thought they were a little bit different and I hadn't seen something like that before. Plus you have the option of either having long pants or shorts. Now I think with the 4 meters of this tiger fabric, I won't have enough to make the long pants and the top if I made this together, so I'll probably have to go for the shorts version, which I'm actually okay with, but that's my first option for these pajamas. Now my second option is really cute, and that is the matchy ruffle brunch set. This set is really, really cute. Obviously you've got the ruffle edging both at the hem of the top and also the bottom of the shorts, some lovely puff sleeves and a little bit of ruffle on the edge of those as well, plus you've got the ties along the top. Just a really, really cute set. Again, you can either have short or long bottoms to these pajamas, but I think again something really different, super cute, and just a different type of pajamas than what I would normally wear. Third option is the Pipit loungewear set by Common Stitch. Now this is an Australian pattern company which I haven't sewn before, but these pajamas look absolutely lush. I really like this one. I love the buttons down the front. The big open drapey sleeves are really, really cute. It is a crop type nature top, but you do have some shorts on there. They're a little bit more long line, very much relaxed. And it just looks like some really nice, relaxed, easygoing pajamas. The kind you just don't want to take off too quickly in the mornings. So those are my 3 options. I'm going to think about it for a little bit. There's no rush to get into this. I've got plenty of stuff currently in the wings waiting to be sewn up. So yeah, I'm going to mull over that one a bit. Of course, if you've made any of those 3 patterns, do let me know how you got on with them. Is it something I should put on my wish list or should I stay clear? Let me know down in the comments. Now I did get one more fabric from Sanskruti, and it's quite straightforward. It is plain white cotton, and I got 4 meters of it. Now I have overlocked my edges and I've washed all these fabrics just to make sure they stay in good nick, but I just bought plain white fabric. This cotton is wonderfully soft, it's incredibly light, and it's going to be perfect for lining. This tiger fabric with the light background isn't fully opaque. If I do end up making something with it that is perhaps not pajamas, I might need to do some lining with it, so I did get some plain white. But even if I don't need it for this fabric, you really can't go wrong with having a stash of really lightweight fabric you can use for lining. Very, very inexpensive as well. As much as all the print fabrics on Sanskruti are absolutely fantastic, do take a look at some of the plain cotton ones because they come in really, really handy. So these are my fabrics from Sanskruti. I will link their website down in the description below. Do go check them out. Obviously, being hand block prints, they only make short runs of the fabric, 10 meters at a time. So these do sell out quite quickly. If I do have a link for these, I'll put them in the description. If not, do still go and check out their lovely range of beautiful prints. Next up, we have some double gauze, and I picked this lot up from Higgs and Higgs. Thank you everybody who left me suggestions on how to sew better with double gauze on my video in regards to the Ellery dress. Really helpful tips in there. I really appreciate it. And I want to have another go at making that dress again, this time in this fabric. So again, this is a lovely double gauze. I do love the double gauze from Higgs and Higgs. It is really good quality, really nice and soft. And this one just caught my attention because it is the complete opposite of what I made my Ellery dress in. Obviously, I made it in that ditzy print rose fabric. This time I thought I might make more of a wintry version, so I will make this up in the next few months. But it is in this lovely Jacques Grid check, I believe is the name of this fabric. Just a really lovely large scale lined check print on here in the black with this lovely chocolatey coffee background. So I've bought 3 meters of this, and it is purely to go and make myself another Ellery dress by Swim Style Patterns. I really love that dress. I have worn it heaps over the summer months. I'm really looking forward to trying this again in this lovely darker shade. Definitely more of a winter version. So yeah, we're going to give this a go. It was a relatively quick sew. Having made it a second time, I think it will be even faster. Plus, I have all the insider knowledge which I gained from the last time I made it, plus everything that all you lovely people out there in the world have shared with me. So this will be one of my makes as I start easing my way into those colder weather months. So yeah, watch this space for an updated version of the Ellery dress. Next up, we have some fabrics from Rainbow Fabrics. And I'm actually surprised because I haven't bought anything from Rainbow Fabrics for ages, but I have just picked up this lot recently across 2 different orders. The first one was inspired by my magic pants, which I made, the Antilles magic pants, obviously in that very bright, juicy fabric. Really love that color palette on me, and I thought I should play more with those brighter colors. So I picked up some bright pink denim. Why go for plain blue denim when you can go for bright flamingo pink? So I have inspired myself to be a bit more adventurous with some brighter colors. I've got 4 meters of this lovely twill denim. It is definitely jeans weight, and I'm gonna have a lot of fun with this fabric. Do I have any immediate plans for it? No I don't. No plans whatsoever. But this is one of those fabrics I was absolutely drawn to, like a moth to a flame, and I started going, I'm going to make something out of this. In fact, just before I started filming this video, I was on the Sew Liberated website. They had a 20% discount going across their patterns, and I did buy a really nice jacket pattern, which would be perfect for this. Now, the pattern is called the Sylvan jacket, and it looks like one of those ones which it's got lots of versatility with it. You can obviously do a shorter version, a longer version, and apparently it has a whole heap of different pocket versions for it. I literally bought the pattern and downloaded just before I started filming, so I haven't had a decent look through the instructions yet, but I love the fact that it's got a turnover collar, it's lined, it's got lovely pocket options, and I think this fabric is going to be a perfect option for the Sylvan jacket. This with some nice fun lining is just going to be a really nice statement piece. I really like the feel of this denim. It is a really nice, thick, solid denim. It's a great color, and I'm really looking forward to, yeah, experimenting with this and having a bit of fun. Might be a good way to have a bit of pop of color coming through the winter months. So yeah, keep an eye out on what's going to come out of this lovely 4 meters of fabric. So that is the denim. Speaking of potential fun linings that goes with it, I also have 4 meters of this quilting cotton here, and it is all those Japanese Sanrio characters. Super cute. So this fabric was discounted. It was £5 a meter, and I think I got an extra discount on top of that, previously having bought a whole heap of fabric from Rainbow Fabrics. So yeah, I bought 4 meters of this one. Again, you'd think this would be kids fabric, but no, I bought this for me. True fan of Sanrio characters since I was a small child. In fact, I clearly remember a gift I got in the early 80s. It was like a little stationery set that had the little twin stars on it and had like a little pull-out drawers. Oh, it was absolutely adorable. I loved it so much. And ever since then, I've been a big fan. I'm also a big fan of Japanese culture, so something which I've grown up, and this particular print really sang to me. In particular, little Kero Koropi. Here, he is my current Sanrio favorite. Absolutely love this fabric, and it had to come home to stay with me. I've got 4 meters here, so again, I could be making myself another lovely set of pajamas, but I also thought I could probably use this as some fun lining. Because I mean, these fabrics were meant to go together. So yeah, I've got this lovely Sanrio character print fabric. This is a quilting cotton, and I'm actually pleasantly surprised at how soft this was. Because of the price of it, I wasn't too sure whether this was going to be a little bit more rough, but it is actually quite a nice smooth weave on here, and I think it will wash up really, really nicely. But overall, this is just a really lovely, fun print. Yep, I'm going to make something for me, and if my daughter's lucky, she might get a look in as well. Maybe she can have a choice between this and the Sleepy Leopards. We shall see. So that was my most recent order from Rainbow Fabrics, and that literally arrived today. But I did have a previous order from Rainbow Fabrics where I got this fabric here. Now this is a crinkle viscose. It is very much a crepe-like texture, but it is viscose. This is incredibly drapey and it is very, very soft, obviously with that viscose content in there. And I just really, really love this fun tropical retro print on there. Now this is one of those fabrics which I bought and didn't have a plan for it at the time, but now I have a plan for it. And that destiny is to be a Dala jumpsuit by True Bias. Actually, to be more precise, it's gonna be a Dala romper. Now, I recently bought the Dala pattern by True Bias. I really, really love the look of this. I know it came out last year. I was umming and ahhing about it at the time, but summer came and went. I said, you know what, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait until next summer and buy it. Next summer is here and I bought it. I really, really wanted to make a nice dress for my wedding anniversary coming up. I'm going away with my husband, and I thought the Dala dress would be perfect for that. However, I wanted to make it in a fabric that is coming up, which I got from Fabric Godmother, but that fabric wasn't the cheapest of fabric. In particular, I really wanted to make sure I got the top section of that dress sorted out, which is the same whether you add the pants or the skirt to that top. And before I cut into the expensive fabric, yeah, I thought I'm actually gonna make myself a wearable toile, just make sure it works out. Rather than make the dress twice, I thought I would make the romper version, because it has the exact same top, but add the shorts to the bottom instead. And then based on the results at the top, I would then go forward and make the dress version. So the fabric I decided to make that romper out of was this one here. Being shorts, it was very much going to be a summer outfit, so this fabric was going to fit it perfectly. The only call out would be that obviously, again, being a cream base there is an element of slight transparency going here, but that is also where that plain cotton fabric I got from Sanskruti comes in, because that could be an option to add some lining to this jumpsuit if I felt it needed it. So yeah, we have this beautiful dead stock print from Rainbow Fabrics, a really, really pretty, fun, summery print. And I have a confession, I'm actually running out of time for making this jumpsuit, this mock-up, in advance of my wedding anniversary. So I'm making something else. I'm still gonna make this Dala dress and the jumpsuit. It's just not gonna be for my anniversary outing. It's just gonna be for every day, and it's still gonna be special, but that's okay. So these are my plans for the romper. Let's take a look at what fabric I've chosen for the dress. Alrighty, so we're now onto my Fabric Godmother haul, and some very lovely fabrics here, obviously. Now, I did have a gift voucher from someone special for Fabric Godmother, so I wanted to make sure that the fabrics I chose with that particular voucher were going to be special and be made up into something special. Like I said, I have plans to make a really beautiful Dala dress, and I chose this lovely viscose crepe here. This is an exclusive Fabric Godmother print, obviously, and it is this lovely Lolita viscose crepe, and I've got 3.5 meters of it. I was drawn to this print for so many different reasons, in particular the lovely bright colors on there. We've got these lovely oranges and pinks and reds, a little bit of blue on there, some purple, just really, really nice bright colors. But at the same time, we've got this lovely postcard-like print, really Japanese inspired, and like I mentioned, I really like Japanese culture, prints, fabrics, and so on. So this one called to me, and I thought it would make a beautiful Dala dress, especially with that really lovely back tie detail of that dress. A really, really summery make, and I thought this fabric would be perfect for it. Being a viscose crepe, this is going to be really, really lovely and floaty. Overall, I just can't wait to make this dress up, but I just don't want to stuff it up, so I will be making the jumpsuit version first. My timings have been thrown because the weather has just been so hot and muggy here. My sewing room gets really, really hot, so the inspiration to sew and the desire to sew has just been minimal. I've just been preferring to sit in the darkness, in the quietness, in the coolness, in the breeze, in the lower levels of the house. So I am a bit behind schedule. I am making a new dress for my anniversary, because why not? But I'm going to make one which I don't think I'm going to need a toile for. I'm just going to go straight in there and make it. There'll be a video of that one coming up in the future. But in the future, hopefully I'll be able to share with you my lovely Dala dress made out of this lovely Fabric Godmother Lolita viscose crepe. Next up is this beautiful bright cobalt viscose lawn. So I'm starting to appreciate this shade of blue a lot more than I have before, because normally I would avoid this color like the plague, but I actually like how I look when I do wear these colors. So I thought I'd be a little bit more adventurous and try them some more. So this is a lovely Nicole viscose lawn, really, really lovely soft drapey fabric again. And I really love the floral design on here. I do actually have a plan for this fabric, and that is to make another Megan Nielsen Darling Rangers dress. Now I've made the Darling Rangers dress before, and I made it in a lovely cotton poplin by Nerida Hansen. This is it here. This is one of my most worn dresses. I absolutely love it. I love it in the red. This is an absolute keeper in my wardrobe, and as a result, I want to make another one, and I'm going to make it out of this. Now, obviously the last one was a cotton poplin. I would like to try it in this more drapier fabric. Now this is a viscose lawn, but obviously heaps drapier than that cotton poplin, and it's in a completely different color. I think in this colorway, it'll be a dress to be able to span kind of all the seasons. So depending on how I wear it and the layering and so on. So yeah, I bought this fabric because I just wanted to have a different option of that Darling Rangers dress. I think it is very flattering. I think it just hits the curves exactly the right places. I love the buttons down the front. I love the little tie at the back. It's got pockets. It's a winner dress all around, and I'm going to try it in a drapier fabric, so I'm excited about that one. So you know when you get a gift voucher and you haven't quite met the full amount of the actual voucher, so you're going to have to buy something else just to make sure that you fully maximize it? Yeah, this is the fabric I got with that extra bit of amount. And it is this very lightweight denim with these gorgeous, gorgeous gold stars on them. Now, I would probably say that this is more of a chambray type of fabric here. Maybe not as light as a fabric, but not quite as heavy as a denim. It's kind of in between. There's definitely some structure here, but it is very, very soft. It's officially marked as a 4-ounce denim. It's 100% cotton, and it is absolutely gorgeous. It is a lovely washed out black, but embossed all over it are these wonderful, wonderful sparkly gold stars. The stars are made up of little dots. In fact, the stars feel a little bit rubbery, so I do feel as if they're going to be able to withstand quite a bit of wear and tear. For me, this is going to be some sort of jacket. I just haven't decided which one yet. Thought, you know what, I'm just going to buy it. I will find the right pattern, and I got myself 2.5 meters just to make sure I kind of met the barriers I would probably need for any sort of jacket. So yeah, I really love this fabric. It's so, so soft. It has got that decent weight to it. I like the fact that it is a bit of a washed out black. And yeah, the stars, I love stars. I don't know what it is about stars, I just absolutely love them. So ultimately, this was the perfect fabric to round out my fabric Godmother purchases. Right, so we're on to the last fabric, and as I mentioned at the start, this is one from Liberty. My beautiful darling girlfriends all pitched together and got me a gift voucher for Liberty. They know how much I love that store, and they ultimately got me the perfect gift for my 50th birthday. And ultimately, I just wanted to make sure I bought the most beautiful fabric I could find to make sure I really did that gift justice. And I have definitely done that. It's this one here. It is this beautiful heritage gingham print from Liberty, and I've got 4 meters of it. Oh, 4 meters. Now this is the pink colorway of the heritage gingham print, which they've released relatively recently. I think it's a few months old now, but it is this beautiful, beautiful floral patchwork print in the background, and over the top of it is this transparent gingham grid pattern. I've been staring at this fabric for hours trying to fully understand how this was created, because there is patchwork underneath. You've got these beautiful different floral prints in squares, and then you've got, it's really complicated. So kudos whoever designed this. It's absolutely stunning. In the Tana Lawn, I believe this comes in 4 different colorways. This is the pink colorway. I've seen it in a really bright colorway as well. I've seen it in a blue shades, and I've seen it in a gray shade. The gray one's a lot more muted. All of them absolutely stunning, but it is in this pinky brown colorway that absolutely stole my heart. So much so that the dress I have in mind to make for this one actually only really needed 3 meters. I got 4 because I would hate to not have enough fabric to make that dress. But also, if I had extra fabric of this, would I be sad? Would I be upset? No, I'd be extremely happy, and I would just have lovely thoughts of what I could use that extra meterage for. It'd be one of those ones which I would have in my stash, and I would just pick it out every few days and just pat it and talk to it, cuddle it, all these things. But no, I do have a destiny for this. Now, I actually mentioned this in my Make 9 video right back at the start of the year. I really want to make the Liberty Alexa frill dress pattern. I think this dress silhouette is beautiful. I really, really like how it is fitted. There is frill detail on there without being too frilly. I just think it's a really, really nice, elegant dress. I want to have one and I want it made out of this fabric. The only problem I had was actually trying to ascertain exactly how much fabric I needed to make the view that I wanted to make. The reason being is the back of the actual Liberty pattern for this dress, it has a lot of detail, but it kept mentioning this contrast fabric that you needed. But on the images that they showed with the pattern, I couldn't understand where the contrast fabric was coming in. There was nothing in those photographs showing me that a contrast fabric was needed. So as you do, I went onto Instagram to go and see who else had made this dress, get inspired from them, maybe see if someone had used contrasting fabric, and I found something really, really, really interesting. You may already know this, but I didn't, but the Liberty Alexa frill dress is the exact same pattern as McCall's 8032. Yep, it's exactly the same. I obviously looked up that pattern on So Direct, absolutely confirmed that it is exactly the same dress. The pattern images, all the sizing information was exactly the same, but it also explained what the contrast fabric is, and that is if you want to use like a transparent fabric over a base layer. Obviously you can get that skirt and have those layers and a really nice delicate look there. Obviously not going to need that, don't need contrast fabric, so that simplified things an awful lot. So now I'm in a quandary. Do I buy the Liberty pattern, which is £20, or do I buy the McCall's pattern, which is a third of that price? I'm kind of tempted to buy both to try and see if there was advantages to buying one or the other. It's me, I'm very curious. I probably will buy both. The only main difference I can see right at this point is that the Liberty is obviously a physical paper pattern. The one you buy from So Direct is actually a download PDF. Both of those have their advantages. The PDF has 2 different size groups, so you've got to pick which one that you need. The paper pattern has both those size groups included on the paper pattern, so you can just trace off what you want, especially useful if you need to grade. I'm curious, I want to buy both, I want to compare and contrast, and ultimately I just want to make the best dress I can possibly make out of this fabric. A toile will 100% be made before I start cutting into this fabric. However, it does seem like a pretty straightforward make. Looking at what people have made on Instagram, some lovely makes on there, absolutely stunning. Can't wait to make this. The goal is to make the lovely Alexa frill dress for my birthday for this year, so watch this space. There will most definitely be a video coming in the construction of this. So yeah, I'm gonna make it out of this most beautiful, delectable, lovely Liberty fabric. Generally, I'm one to stay away from gingham until I had made that Naomi dress earlier. This is the type of gingham I absolutely am mad for, because this is not obvious gingham. This is gingham at a whole entire different level. It is stunning, it is so pretty, it's so soft and delicate. I'm so excited about this make. Very, very excited. So there we go. Those are all the lovely fabrics I wanted to share with you today. I'm excited to top up my stash. It's also a good excuse for me to get into my cupboards and reorganize my fabrics in there. I've been a wild thing lately, going in and matching my fabrics to my patterns and creating little packages of stuff I want to make. I've got a huge line of stuff ready and waiting to go onto my sewing machine and become beautiful, beautiful clothes. Slowly getting there, and I'm just hoping the hot weather kind of cools down a bit so I can get stuck into my sewing a little bit more. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed looking at all those lovely fabrics and just hearing some of my ideas in there. Let me know down in the comments which was your favorite fabric. Also, if you have made that Alexa frill dress or McCall's M8032, do let me know how you got on with it. Is there anything I need to know about it? How was the fit on that? I'm very interested to know before I start hitting down the path of that particular make. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this video and you got something out of it, then please do go and give me a thumbs up down below. It just lets me know I'm doing a good job and I should keep making more videos just like this one. Also, if you haven't already, please do consider clicking on that subscribe button as well as clicking on the notification bell. That way you won't miss out on any future Ripper Seams videos. I wish you a wonderful week of sewing, and I'll see you in the next video.